Hey, what's up, cat? How you doing, man? Sorry, but I don't remember seeing you in yesterday's stream. I was but I also feel like I'm remembering that wrong. Were you here yesterday? Yeah, were you here in yesterday's stream, cat? Huh? Chat on the laptop already stopped working. That's good. It's a good sign, good sign. Hey, what's up, Wrong? Oh, you weren't here. Okay, okay. Well, hey, you know what? You still got time to, yeah, you still got time to claim the, Primo codes. Did you claim the Primo codes yet, Cat? I think they expire in a couple of hours. No, actually, you know what? Well, I don't know. I don't remember what time zone it said, but I remember they said expires at midnight, September 1. So, and I don't, and like for my time zone, that's like 17 minutes from now. But I don't remember if that was my time zone or what. I assume not. Thoughts on the update. They're giving away C1s. You can't even pick 4 cons on the same character. What? That's a thing? Wait, when did they mention that? I don't remember them mentioning that you can't pick the same cons on the same character. Or sorry, what? The same cons. I don't remember them mentioning that you couldn't pick the same constellations on the same character again. Oops. And this is what I don't like about 5-star burst animations. Because when you come out of the animation, you just don't know what you're coming out to. I did through Hoya Lab. Oh, that's good. That's good. I tried streaming on Twitch. Oh. If I were able to pick the same character cons, I'd see 6 Baiju. Baiju? What? Also, so Shinrin, how'd it go? How'd it go? Streaming on Twitch, I mean. How did it go? The Nod Cry stream. A deep fried my brain. Dude, there was so much information. There was so much information to go through. You could, hey Kat, you could just watch the last few minutes of the stream. I think it's the last 20 minutes of the stream. It's actually the Flinses and Ineffa's VAs. Yeah, Flinses and Ineffa's VAs like summarize everything at the very end. Like after the devs stop talking, after like the end of the, I guess like the main show, the main special program. Flins's Flins's and Ineffa's VAs, they come on stage, the digital stage, I guess. Oh, oh well, there we go again. There are several people offering their art services for banners, logos, and overlays. Already? Wait, how many times did you stream there? Wait, just once? After just once, you already had a bunch of people offering? Twice. Okay, wow. Just, dude, what? Just twice? Also, how did they contact you? Oh, like okay, wait. Are you talking about like people coming into your chat and saying, "Hey, I'll do this for you"? People coming into your chat and saying that? My evenly distributed standard banner cons blocking me from any level 95 and 100 characters. Geez, evenly distributed constellations. Me too, actually. I think only my third account might be able to get to. Yeah, I think I think it's only like my third account that's only gonna be able. It's only gonna be what? What am I trying to say? It's only gonna be my third account that's gonna be able to actually level 95 and 100 my some characters there. You know, I was honestly confused. Like, why wouldn't they include 4 stars? I don't know. I feel like they should. They should include 4 stars. Cause like, okay, here's one advantage that I'm thinking of about them not including 4 stars in the whole like C7 C8 thing. I guess technically, yeah. I guess technically we're allowed to call them that, right? Like C7 and C8 characters. If you have a level 95 character, that's technically C7, and like a level 100 character, that's technically C8, right? So I don't remember them mentioning whether or not 4 stars were included. But I was under the impression, like during the stream, well, not the stream, but like I was actually just watching the VOD because like I couldn't watch it live because I was working. But while I was watching it, some people were saying that it didn't include 4 stars. So now I'm under the impression that it only includes 5 stars. Like C7, C8 is only available for 5 stars. Four-star cons not included, but you can level 95, 100. What? What do you mean? If they're not included, then how can we 95, 100 them? Because they want to make more whales. It's a mat you can use on anyone. Oh, wait. So, okay. So, quote unquote, 4 stars are not included. So, if you get C7, 5 stars. That mat you can only get from C7. Ah, jeez. Dude, how the heck are you supposed to... If it only includes 5 stars. Yeah, okay, you're right, you're right. Now that I... Yeah, you're right, you're right. It was a material. It wasn't actually like a constellation of said 5-star. It was like, if you get an extra copy, like past C6 of a 5-star. Oh my god. Wait, that means you need to have... That means you need to have at least one C6 5-star on your account. Oh my god, can you... Oh, dude, no way. I just realized how much money that's gonna take. Okay, think about this. There are... You have C6 Gene, right? Yeah, I do. Gene and Diluc. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse you. Gene and Diluc. I'm not some lowly commoner. I'm not some lowly commoner, you couth. G-Luke. G-Luke Nation Rise. What I'm trying to do is like a stupid British accent and I just cannot for the life of me. I'll have you know, I have more than one C6 5-star. That's the worst British accent I've ever heard. Pardon my blasphemous assumptions, my lord. Okay. I finally just put it together in my head. They'll track the pulls you've done since launch, give you the mats you've gotten in the past, the mail, apparently. Well, seeing as we're not whales over here, I highly doubt any of us are gonna have even a single one of those mats in the mail. I highly doubt that any of us will, but probably like one or two of you guys that'll probably have like one in the mail from like getting your C7 Chi-Chi at some point in the past. Shouldn't C1. Everyone else is garbage to me. C1 Shunha? Isn't C1 Shunha just an extra charge? Although my trust issues won't let me believe it. Trust issues, huh? The only reason I'll pick Diluc for this is because I need to get him to C6. You're already at C5, dude. Oh, you know what? That's actually a pretty good idea. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. You get him to C6, and if like later down the road, if you lose your 50-50 to Diluc, that'll then be one of your like, man, what's the name of the material? The material that lets you like go past level 90? I'm pretty sure they mentioned the name, or like it was probably like on the screen, very clearly visible, but I just wasn't paying attention. 6 hours. 6 hours. Okay, no need to condense. No need to condense. Wait, I think I already used my resin. Okay, yeah, I did. I'm just double checking, making sure I've actually done my stuff. Yeah, okay, we're good. You know, I actually almost completely forgot about this event. I remember doing it on my friend's account and on my Asia account, and I think I did it on one of my 3 accounts, like my 3 actual ones. And then, like, for some reason, that registered in my brain as like, okay, I'm done with everything, and I just completely like ignored it. I just completely ignored it. I just like went on about my day, every single day logging in, condense resin, use resin, talk to Catherine, and then log out. And then I realized, like earlier today, I realized, wait. Oops. Right. How do you take the picture again? Oh, there. Yeah, yeah. So, Kat, like, if you pick Diluc now and get your C6, yeah, later down the road, if you lose your 50/50 to Diluc, then like that'll be like one of your one mat, like one of your those materials that lets you go above level 90. Already you can get C7. There's free standard selector on top too. Oh yeah, that's true. Luke is C3 for. Oh hey, what's up, A&M? Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been? Oops, that's settings. Still on the fence regarding level 100. The value highly depends on the power boost it gives. Even 90 is not so much of an upgrade for a lot of characters stat-wise. I mean, stat-wise, it's really not the stats that anyone is after. Like, the stats that you get for 10 levels is basically nothing. Right? Like, the only... somebody mentioned... Wait, who was it that mentioned... according to Calx, that level 100, like, oh, it'll only matter for characters like Kuki and Raiden. Somebody mentioned that was Jazz. Oh, Jazz. Okay, sorry, buddy. I actually saw that message earlier. I don't know if you're still here. I saw that message earlier. Like, I read it in my mind, and I was like, yeah, that's right. And then like I completely forgot to like say anything. Hyperbloom Raiden. Oh god, don't remind me, Shinra, man. Don't remind me. I'm C3 Raiden Shogun. I don't want to use her for Hyperbloom, man. I was down the chasm farming. Farming? Down the chasm? For farming for what? Man, it sucks that Raiden Shogun thankfully is still just barely hanging on. At C2 slash C2 or C3, C2 or higher constellation. She's just barely hanging on to the meta. But hey, she's still hanging on somehow. I don't know for how long though. I don't know for how long. Nodcry. Okay, with these level 100 characters incoming, right? I'm sure Hoyo is not gonna think that a whole bunch of players are gonna suddenly have hang on. A whole bunch of players are gonna suddenly have level 100 characters, right? I understand that Hoyo's not gonna think that. So Hoyo might not immediately give us enemies that are balanced. Uh, oh. Enemies that are balanced around level 100 teams and characters. So, but of course, it's Hoyo, right? It's Hoyo, so there's always a chance that Hoyo might like immediately, like right after 6.0, or excuse me, what is it? Lunar 1. It's not called 6.0. The update, I mean, the update isn't called 6.0. It's Luna 1 or Lunar 1. So I'm honestly kind of scared that Hoyo might instantly introduce enemies and like enemy HPs that are balanced around level 100 characters. If Columbina is the focal point, not Krai, I wonder if she's someone's. If she's someone that will enable, huh? Enable lunar reactions as long as she's on the team. That what? Well, that's entirely possible. I mean, look at what Mawika does, right? Like, she doesn't really like have anything in her passive that like, oh, if she's on the team, anyone on your team is this or that, or like this reaction is this, that reaction is that. Like, there's nothing like that. But like, just having Mawika means like you have instant off-field AoE pyro app, uh, uh, and or a pyro nuker, regardless of what team. Uh, and even if you don't use her as a nuker, she's still gonna be like a massive additional a DPS bump to whatever team you put her in. Level 100 is only made to welcome incoming transformative reaction, talent, damage characters. That is true. That is true. Like lunar, Nod Cry and like lunar stuff seems to be a thing. So lunar charge, lunar bloom. I wonder what else we're gonna get. What other lunar stuff we're gonna get? Hey, what's up, Stella? How's it going, man? I wonder if we're gonna get lunar vape. Lunar vape. What else? Lunar melt. Lunar Burgeon. Hey, Lunar Burgeon, Lunar Hyperbloom. I think I think it would sound cooler if we were to say Hyper Lunar Bloom. Hyper Bloom Lunar? But yeah, like so far, we only know about Lunar Charge and Lunar Bloom, which we already know are transformative reactions, which means levels and EM are the only things that matter. So the extra levels definitely do benefit the Lunar Charge and Lunar Bloom, which, you know, are so far the only two lunar reactions that we know of. Wouldn't be all that special. Columbina enabled lunar reactions. Even forward melt is a 2x reaction. It takes setup. These talent damage are just dumb. If Lauma Lunar Bloom crits, is Nida C2 an additive bonus or a multiplicative one? Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's actually a good question. Maybe. Maybe like. Maybe they would somehow make it so that if one works, the other doesn't. I remember this. Oh, in Dota 1. I remember in Dota 1 that worked. It worked like that. Yeah, I remember in Dota 1. Well, at least from what I understand, I think it worked like that in Dota 1, where like if one works, then the other doesn't. Because like they're heroes in Dota 1, that already have a skill that lets them crit. Has a chance to gives them a chance to crit and has like a crit multiplier. But there's also an item. There are also items in the game that give you like a crit chance. A crit chance and a crit multiplier. But sometimes the crit chances are different, the crit multipliers are different. And from what I understand, if you crit, like sometimes you would crit, like I guess it's random, like where if one crits, then like the other doesn't. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Oops. It'd be funny if if it crits twice. Like both of them crit at the same time. Electro. Oh, well, that's annoying. I thought Traveler would cover all of this. Electro. Like Stygian. Was it actually Stygian? Why do I not remember that word in Dota? I guess I only remember the word Desolator in Dota. Desolator, Eye of Skadi, basic attack modification. Well, they don't stack because they're both orb effects. Yeah, the orb effect in Dota. Man, I remember, man, Dota. Oh man, I'm suddenly feeling a hint of nostalgia, man. Suddenly feeling a hint of nostalgia. Man, those days really felt like magical. Right, like every little detail felt so amazing. Like finding out the smallest piece of information felt like it changed the whole game for me. Now on top of Llama's Lunar Bloom 9 C2, Nilu also makes it into Bountiful Cores. Okay. Wait. No! Oh, there. Okay, I was pressing the... I was dumb. I was holding down H for some reason. Just an explosion. It'd be insane. I think they do though, because I heard rumors about 300k. What? No way. That's stupid. That's crazy. Now that is bountiful. Bountiful not just in number, but also in damage. Jeez. Bountiful lunar core. I love Dota 1. Oh yeah, me too, man. Dota 1 will always have like a special place in my heart, man. Even the the little games, the little like mini games that I played over the years, like when I was a kid. So like obviously the very first one, the OG, right? Solitaire, Microsoft Solitaire, and Pinball. Obviously those will always have a special place in my heart. But all the other like little games that I remember finding like either on the internet. Oh yeah, Minesweeper. I didn't get to spend a ton of time on Minesweeper because like I just had no idea how Minesweeper worked. Like apparently like yeah, apparently you were supposed to do some math with Minesweeper, and I was like I was just too stupid to like figure it out. Oops. What is Dota? Cat, Dota is a... Is it... Is Dota the original? Or have there been other MOBAs before? Or was it Dota? Yeah, no, it's Dota, right? Dota 1 was the original MOBA. Yeah, so Dota 1, just look up Dota, man. So there's Dota 1 and then Dota 2. Dota 1 was like, it was just a Warcraft 3 map. Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne, like, not necessarily fan-made. I mean, like, it was, like, it was a user, well, hey, speaking of user-generated content, yeah, Dota 1 was originally the original MOBA, right? It was a Warcraft 3, like, user-made map. Yeah, it was a Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne user-made map, and then like it just got so big that at some point like Steam came in. Steam like, you know, Steam like oh no, sorry, not Steam. Valve, excuse me. Valve came in, bought the whole IP. I don't know how that deal worked with like Blizzard probably potentially being in the way. It wasn't necessarily Blizzard's IP, but it was definitely made and became popular on their platform. So I assume, I assume Valve probably had to pay Blizzard some hush hush money. Yeah. Speaking of user generated content, yeah, user generated content coming to Genshin. It's what was it called? Wonderland. That's what I remember the name was. Something Wonderland. Millennial. Millennial Wonderland. There you go. That's an end game name for you, Hoyo. Take note of it. Pay me my royalties. Millennial Wonderland. Manifest from thin air. Greetings. Hey, what's up, Ems? Good to see you, man. How you been? How you been? Oh, wait. Did I forget something? I think I forgot to do daily check-in yesterday. I did. I did. Putty tat. Very last day of the month, and I choose now to forget. Always been interested in Neelu Super Bloom. I think I remember one of your messages earlier wrong, saying you're considering Yalansi one. I don't know if I can say I would highly recommend it, but I definitely have been very happy to have it. Yeah, I definitely have been very happy to have it. Oh, there. What the heck? They were here. Okay. Yeah, we're done. This account. Okay. Oh, you know what? Wrong. Here's at the very least one situation where I feel like C1 Yalan is such a big blessing. Hey, what's up, Ali? RJ can be a VA now. Just because I did like one uh impression. Not even a very good one, to be honest. Impression of a 90s. Is Tweety 90s? I'm pretty sure Tweety's much older than from the 90s. Tweety's probably from even before the 90s. An old cartoon. Also, like, I can't do proper voices today. My nose is stuffy. Yeah, my nose is stuffy today, so I can't do proper voices properly today. Wait, why am I here? Traveler. Wait, what were your guys' favorites? Hang on, I makes Trasex, tracks. Man, did anyone ever confirm how to pronounce her name? Was it supposed to be Traxex or Trasex? Because like Traxex. We all. I remember me and my friends like constantly like making fun of each other, just poking at each other because we read it wrong. Silencer, Rylai, Lena. The very first like month of playing Dota, I kept playing Zeus, uh Lena. Yeah, Zeus and Lena Slayer. Just because I loved having the like the high damage skill. But then like I eventually learned that like Lena is actually dumb. Lena's actually dumb because like she's like her animations were just so slow. Like everything she did was just like so slow. I mean, like thankfully it was balanced. Like like she was at least like balanced out just because like her animations were so slow. Like her actual thing did a you know her skills did a decent amount of damage. Oops. Oh, dude, that's a pretty cool picture actually. Wow, that's pretty cool. Dude, that's that's not bad. That actually looks pretty cool. Okay, you know what? So if I save this, what folder does it save in? I guess it's like in the game folder. Okay. I'm gonna save these just so I can post them. I'm gonna post them on YouTube, like, and I just I don't know. I'm not keeping them on my computer. I'm just gonna post them on YouTube. Wonder if I should keep this one though. It's okay. That was pretty cool. You used the 60 primo code I shared in chat, Genshin chat. Wait, huh? Genshin chat. Wait, today, Stella? I didn't see. Use it as something. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I could do that right now. Hang on. I need to find that folder, wherever that folder is. Oh, screenshots. Hey, nice. Okay. Thanks for making it so obvious where it is. Yes, today. Oh, sorry, Stella. I missed it. I missed it. Quite ironic that Lena is a mage, but her passive third skill gives attack speed bonus. Yeah, I did. That's true. I remember that attack speed. She had a decent amount of base attack, as far as I remember. For especially for a mage. Especially for a mage. Hey, cheers, Stella. Okay. Wow. Where do you get this stuff, Stella? Was this from a YouTuber being sponsored by Genshin? You know what? I am pinning that. Pin. Where's pin? Pin message. Okay, there. Okay, I actually don't need to. Um, where this thing, right? Oh yeah. Oh my god. I cannot remember the last time I redeemed a code here. I cannot remember the last time I redeemed a code in game. Wow, it's been ages. Scrolling Hoyo Lab app found this today. Oh, okay. Man, that's pretty cool. Cheers, Stella. You've been pretty consistent at giving us primo codes, man. I don't need that one. And okay, log in. Asia. Okay, we're good. And yeah. I remember last, was it 5.8 or 5.7? I remember right after, no, it wasn't right after. It was actually on the stream of me watching the special program. You sent a primo code just like this too. So instead of us having 3 primo codes, we had 4. I forgot. Ultimate favorite is Jakiro, the twin-headed dragon. In Dota 2, okay. I played Jakiro. I played Jakiro, twin-headed dragon in Dota 2 a lot. Not because I liked it, but mostly because I think he's a really good support. Yeah, he's like an all-round support. He has an ability that disables. It's like AoE disable too, right? Like I know it's only for like 1 second. It's not very long, but still, like just having it is actually pretty good. It's AoE, and the range is pretty big on it too. And he also has a skill that does damage. Not a lot of damage, but it's not. It's also not nothing, and it slows. And the burst, his burst, what was it called? Ultimates, yeah, ultimate skills. His ultimate skill, while not amazing, it wasn't like insta damage. It was like large AOE. It was like really good in clashes, and like it was easy enough to use that like a nab like me could use it, but like it wasn't like brain dead to use. Like I had to actually think about where I was gonna put it, because about where I was gonna put it down. Who we talking about? Oh, wrong. Sorry, we were talking about like Dota 1 stuff. Yeah, Dota 1 stuff. What the heck? Should I get the new character, Yume Mizuki, or C8 Mona for the Stella Master List thingy? I don't know, man. I cannot think of a single reason why okay, I'm not saying you, but why I would ever use Yume Mizuki. Okay, you know what? So, okay, remember in the special program, they were adding a new level to Imaginary Theater. Yeah, remember in in the 6.0 special program, they mentioned adding a new level to Imaginary Theater. And it was clear as day that we were lunar theater. Yeah, lunar theater. We were going to need even more characters than visionary mode now. We were gonna need even more characters. And I guess so. When I said earlier, I couldn't think of a single reason why I would ever want Yume Mizuki. And okay, now I have thought of a single reason. Like, yeah, that's one. That's the only reason that I could think of that I would ever want, that I would ever care to have and even raise Yume Mizuki. Is just to be able to do the highest level of Imaginarium theater, right? In case like I don't have enough characters to play the highest difficulty. $28 to 32 characters. I know, right? With elemental restrictions, that's the thing. Like, right, that's the one reason I could think of. The one and only reason I could think of why I or probably even anyone would even care to get and raise Ryuma Mizuki is just to be able to comply with the character restrictions in in theater. Hmm. 23. Best value units for to get are Cookie, Shogun, Ineffa, Hyperbloom, two of which are likely to be replaced when they release dedicated Hyperbloom trigger. That's true. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Now that you mention that, we don't actually have a dedicated Hyperbloom trigger character. Wow. That's crazy. Hyperbloom's already really good, even though we don't have a dedicated Hyperbloom character. Now, granted, Hyperbloom isn't as good as it used to be. Not because it changed, not because anything happened, but what happened was like everything, all the other numbers just went up except Hyperbloom. That was the only thing that happened, really. And I guess like when we do get a dedicated Hyperbloom character, that'll be the day that like Hyperbloom becomes like top meta again. Like it still is top meta, but it's not at the very top of meta. Gave up on Imaginary Theater, Onslaught. I'm doing Abyss and farming for my artifacts for my characters. Really? You don't even try? Onslaught is... I think you should do Onslaught. Like, all the primos are in Onslaught are, like, super easy. It's like overworld boss. Easy. Oops. Yeah, just do difficulty 3. You don't have to go all the way to difficulty 5. Difficulty 5 is like difficulty 4 and 5 are for the feather, the dust, whatever it's called. No, I don't know what it's called. The feather thing. Difficulty 3 is where all the primos at. And difficulty 3 is only like somewhere around like 5 or 10% harder than Overworld. And like it's actually like super easy. Dude, you can there's a reason why they They let you farm artifacts in Onslaught. Also, it's a more efficient way to farm artifacts. You get one free, I believe, every 120 resin you spend in farming artifacts there. You get one 5-star artifact for free. I'm sorry, by the way. I'm in Microsoft Paint right now. I'm in Microsoft Paint right now. I am trying to cover up my UID. I am not doing a very good job of it because it's, you know, it's Microsoft Paint. Okay, is there like a... Okay, so no, there's no like clone tool yet. Even though my Microsoft Paint on Windows 11 does seem to be a little bit upgraded over Windows 10, but it still doesn't have like actual like editor tools. Okay, I guess that's kind of okay. Save as. Oh, what file type was this? PNG. Okay. Okay, I am changing my thumbnail. That's actually a pretty good thumbnail right there. You know, I might actually keep that picture. Just for... Oh my god. Just for thumbnails. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, I changed my thumbnail. Wow, I might actually keep this picture now. That is actually really, really good. I don't remember how I somehow got your UID. Oh, dude, there are plenty of ways to get my UID. You just have to be attentive. Yeah, I'm like constantly like accidentally showing it on screen. Most of the time in events and stuff. Oh, Stella, you play Onslaught? I always thought Stella that you were like a super casual player and that you didn't even like do endgame content. But hey, that's actually surprising to me. Oh, hey, wrong. I have a question for you, by the way. I did not bother, like... Why are there no eggs in this nest? I remember... Oh my god, I just remembered. I used to come here... What did I come here for? What did I come here for? Crystal chunks? Did I come here for crystal drums? I remember coming here all the time back in the day, like 4 plus years ago. And I remember constantly picking up the eggs from this exact nest every time I passed by. If I made you emotes, would you use it? Because I'm bored and I've been drawing for like one. I mean, how would I even use the emote? Like, use it how? Okay, yeah. So, hang on. I lost my question. Okay, here, I remember it again. So, my question is, so, look at the weapon. Okay, I'm on my second account right now. You saw me just have Ineffa out for a second, right? And I don't know if you noticed the weapon I have on her. So, Missive Wind Spear. All right, I gave her Missive Wind Spear because apparently it's like one of her best in slot 4-star weapons. I don't really have like a good 5-star polearm for her. Like, I guess I don't know. I really don't know. I just did not bother looking up what other weapons I could give her. All I know is that I heard some people say this is really good on her, so I put this on her. And like looking at the stuff, it's passive. It okay makes sense. But Missive Windspear was on Escoffier. And I was like, okay, well, now what do I give Escoffier? So, do I give her Fab Lance? And I was like, oh, come on. I use Escoffier a lot. That means like that is one Fab Lance that is permanently stuck to one character. That means I'll only have 2 Fab Lances, like one R5 and one R1 Fab Lance, like on rotation between other characters. So I was like, okay, like, is there any other option for Escoffier? So like, I was like, okay, well, this sort of makes sense. Like attack percent after I use my skill, speed, it's whatever. But a 40 attack percent, high base attack, it's okay, right? 30 ER, okay, it's ER because like I sort of need a bit of ER on her to be able to rotate every rotation. Ketane, what did Ketane do again? Ketane cross spear, I believe is what it was called. Skill damage. Skill hits an opponent, loses 3 energy, generates 3 energy. That's R1. Hang on, that's R5. That okay. 5 energy. Oh, jeez. So that's 15 energy. Skill damage is 12%. Wow. 200 ER is overdoing it by too far. Maybe, but I remember. What was it that I did? Okay. I remember not this one, but one of my other Escoffiers only has like somewhere between 200 and 210 ER. And I remember not always, but like somewhat consistently, just barely lacking some energy before my next rotation. Now, granted, it was mostly like the one-on-one fights, like the single enemy, like single like boss fights. was mostly where I was having that problem. I don't remember which Escoffier it was. It was one of my Escoffiers on my other accounts, not this one I'm on right now. Had somewhere between like 200 and 210 ER. No, 200 or 215 ER. 215 is probably wrong. Yeah, somewhere around like 195 to 210. Yeah, there you go. Somewhere between that, 195 to 210. And I remember quite consistently, especially in single boss fights, right? Like in boss fights, where like I was just barely missing some energy to rotate every rotation. And like again, I understand there are optimal rotations to maximize energy, but you can't just math everything out. Math, like using math, like using calculating everything means like assumes that you are somehow able to execute everything perfectly every single time, and that it also assumes that even that when you do make a mistake, that you always have the patience to retry, which humans don't. You trying to do 2 bursts every rotation or something? No, absolutely not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's why like I kind of wanted to go above 200. I understand. Like I believe she's like 60 burst cost. Yeah, 60. So like she really doesn't like at 60 burst cost. I don't think she should need that much energy. Oh, here's the thing too. Oh yeah, okay. Here's the thing too. My first account Escoffier does not have this problem. It was probably my third account Escoffier. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Let's switch this. Was it this Escoffier? Okay. Yeah, okay. It was this Escoffier. Yeah, it was this Escoffier, 190 ER. And the team that I often use Escoffier in was obviously a Skirk team, but it was Dahlia, Farina, Skirk, Escoffier. So only 2 cryo characters. Dahlia on Fab Sword, of course. Farina not on Fab Sword. Farina on Festering. So only one Fab Sword, Fab weapon. Only one Fab weapon on the whole team. And I was pretty consistently just barely lacking the energy to burst every rotation. So that's why I kind of wanted to push the ER, Escoffier's ER, a little bit further. Ideally, I would want Fav, but I don't have any more Fab weapons. Like, obviously, like I'm not going to be using Candace a lot. I'm not going to be using Eon-san a lot. I'm not going to be using Rosaria all the time. I'm not going to be able to use all 3 of them at the same time. But one of these days, it's going to happen. One of these days, it's gonna happen. In fact, it's already happened. Like, there's a reason why I have one R1 Fab Sword, Fab Lance. Excuse me. Even though I already have 2 R5s, I had to raise that. At some points, it's happened at some point where I needed 3. America Premium Team changed everything. Arliss, Skirk, Team 2. Oh, is that why you're not a casual player anymore, Stella? Because getting a taste of a meta team. You know, that certainly changes things. Just that looks odd. That looks weird. That string isn't worth it on Reeyn anymore because her personal damage is no longer worth. Oh, yeah, okay. It makes sense. 5 on her, raise Escoffier's damage is just better. Do I have enough Fab swords? One. I could probably have 2. I could probably have 2. I could R5 one more, and I'll keep like the other ones at R1. But for like, do I wanna spend those resources to upgrade a second Fab sword right now when I don't need to? Right? Well, look, I guess you could argue that you need to spend that resources. It's an upgrade, right? But for probably like 4 or 5% more, no, probably less than that. Like probably somewhere around like 3 or 4% more DPS on this team. Maybe in Onslaught. Like I just need like 1 or 2 more seconds. And that 3 or 4% more team DPS might give me that extra 1 or 2 seconds. Maybe. But not right now. 3 or 4 is a severe understatement. Because like here's the thing. If I switch Escoffier to Favlance, so what's gonna happen? Favlance. Okay. So I'm gonna be able to switch to an attack stance, which I believe I have a better one on this account. Is this new? When did I get this? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it's like way better, way better, way better. My attack one is way better. But then, who else would it help on the team? It would help my Dahlia get his burst back sooner. Like 5 seconds before the rotation ends. My Dahlia has plenty of ER. The only difference it's really making is just making it so that my Escoffier does a little more personal damage. So I would go from this crit ratio, that attack, to that attack in this crit ratio. That actually looks big. That actually looks like a big difference. It's probably not 3 or 4%. It's probably not 3 or 4%. Well, team DPS. Personal, like Escoffier is probably somewhere around 10 to 15%. Maybe more. Just for Escoffier. But for the team, like when Skirk is doing so much damage on the team, I don't know. I'm still gonna estimate. Yeah, I'm still gonna estimate somewhere around maybe 5 to 10%. Yeah, no, you know what? 5 to 8%. Oops, wrong character. Isn't it odd that like, so we can control time, right? We can do this, and like we were like, hey, let's go with a fun pose, Kaya, and then Kaya's like all posed up and like ready to take a picture, and then uh and then we're like, oh yeah, let's take a picture at 1900, and then you just change the time, and Kaya's been there for like however many hours we switched to, however many hours we changed the time to, um, and like, uh, yeah, and like one moment it's like 3 in the afternoon, and then the next moment it's 7 p.m. And then like Kaya's still standing there for like Kaya's been standing there for the last 4 hours, but then like he didn't feel it because we just like zoomed by the time. Oops. Wow, that actually looks pretty good. Like I like the like it's like slightly distorted here. It's not flashy enough to be a thumbnail though. Oh, I just remembered why I was constantly coming here. Okay, so it was crystal chunks. And I remember now exactly where those crystal chunks were. Okay, so I used to do this. Come by here, get those eggs. Okay, and this house, this structure used to be different. It used to be like broken down and stuff. So like I remember coming over here and then doing this. Before back then, back in the day, that I don't know if that was a glitch, but like that used to work a lot better than it does now. And okay, oh yep, this is all it's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back to me. Yep, I would come in here and then I would zhongli hold E right here. Zhongli hold E, stabilize, and then pick up get all the stuff, ignore the guy, and then I would then come over here and then get a fish. Where's the fish? There used to be a fish here for some reason. It's not here. Maybe I missed it. I would ignore some hilichurls over here, pick up these berries, and yep, this is exactly where I would run out of stamina. Exactly where I would run out of stamina. I would come over here, get 1 or 2 crystal flies, and then I would ignore that cryo mage, hold E over here, and then hold E over here and only get over here, and then oh yo, no, that was wrong, I would like glide towards this one. I would plunge this thing with razor, and then I would go over here, swim. Sometimes that guy would freeze me over there, and then I would hold E on razor here. Oh my god, it's all coming back to me. Oh man, those were the days. And then oh geez, okay, this would be my next spot, and then this would be my next spot. Oh my god, wow. Whoever is in dire need of if anyone in chat is in dire need of crystal chunks or mystic enhancement ores, right? Weapon upgrade materials, I got you. I have videos that are like very, very like specific, that give very like specific information about crystal chunk farming. It only includes Mondstadt and Liyue though. No Chasm, no Sumeru, just Mondstadt and Liyue. But that is going to be more than enough for what you need. Yeah, get over here. Hold E on Razor over here. Sometimes that thing would see me, and I would just ignore it, and then be on my merry way. Oh man, I still got it, man. Still got it. Okay, bunny hop to this hut right here. Pick up that sweet flower. Do this, and then glide. Alright, and then come over here. Hold E on Razor here. Maybe get a Firefly along the way. Pick up everything. Wow, dude. It's all... Yeah, it is coming back to me, man. Dude, I can't believe it. I can't believe I did that for over a year. Getting every single crystal chunk on the map. Now, obviously, Mondstadt and Liyue only. No Chasm, no Chenyu Vale. Just, like, main Mondstadt and Liyue. Every single day. Every single day. Oh, no, no, no. It's the wrong place. But hey, it got me what I have today. And this. Alright, this account's done. Oops. Well, looks like my friend's logged in. No one said anything. Yeah, it's been pretty quiet the last couple of minutes. Well, probably half an hour. Well, maybe not half an hour. Maybe that's just too much. Like 5-10 minutes. Not too long. Or at least skipping this patch. I'm kind of thinking about skipping it too. Um, Lauma doesn't seem interesting enough. Honestly, it is because like Lunar Bloom, right? How does that work? Does it only work with Nilu, or are we like does it work with like actual like normal Bloom teams, right? Non Nilu Bloom teams, not Hyper Bloom, not Burgeon, but just Bloom, right? Like, does it work with Kave? Um, has really good numbers, does it? So the thing my problem with Flynn's too is that a lot of his potential seems to be locked behind having three Nod Cry characters on the team. Three including himself, of course. But three sounds like wow. I mean, like technically I okay, some part of me well does not want to pull for Flynn's on my second account. But some part of me thinks that getting him on my second account is not a terrible idea. It's not a great idea, but it's not a terrible idea because I already have Ineffa on that account. So like, right? Only counts two. Oh no, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Like, I watched the Jeff's video on Flins today, and I really like I had it on X2 speed. I was listening to it on the in the background. I was like playing StarCraft 2, right? Like sorry, not StarCraft 2. I was playing StarCraft Brood War against bot, just against bots. But like it takes up like most of my attention. So I was like just barely paying attention to it. So I could have misheard it, or I could actually be like misremembering it now because I didn't hear it very clearly because I was barely paying attention. So I could be wrong about that. But he seems to be like his max potential seems to be locked behind making sure that you also have other what's it called Nod Cry characters. Only two. Okay, so maybe I misunderstood it. Maybe when I heard the number two, I thought that it was two other than Flint's himself. Okay. Well, yeah, that's. I guess that increases the chance that I might try to pull for him. Although I'm not expecting that I'd even get him though, with what little primo gems I have. Honestly, I wouldn't even. Yeah, I wouldn't even mind. I wouldn't even mind not getting him at all, because I haven't saved up in so long. I haven't saved primos in so long. I miss it. I miss having a lot of primo gems. I miss having more than 20,000 primo gems on my account, and feeling like I could get any character that I want when their banner came out. Not every character wants to activate. Oh, so it's not. So those two are not actually like level one. One is level one, and the other one's level two. So the way you're explaining it makes it sound like they are different buffs. Oh, that's okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Let's have Zhao, and the remaining are standard characters. Oh, that's all right, Stella. Don't worry, man. We don't all need to have a lot of 5-star characters. Depends on the unit or weapon passive. Okay, that you know what, that does make it interesting. That makes it a lot more team restrictive, right? That makes a lot of Nod Cry characters a lot more team restrictive. But well, hey, it's one more thing to one more challenge, and one more challenge when it comes to like team building and stuff, problem solving and team building. Um, it to some people it might sometimes actually feel fun to have that little challenge in front of you. Weapon want to activate no matter what. Oh, okay. Both options available. Man, that sounds pretty great. The weapon thing, I mean. Okay. Well, we've been all staring at this "Be Right Back" screen for like a few minutes now. Anyway, I know this stream wasn't long. It was actually like super short. But I honestly wasn't planning on streaming for too long today. I've been meaning to stream for the last couple of days, but I need to make sure that I had somewhere around 4.5 to 5 hours of free time. Um, because I'm gonna be 100%ing the summer region, the 5.8 summer region, one final time on my friend's account. And I'm gonna need somewhere between 4.5 to 5 hours to do that. And I want to do it all on stream. I want to do it all in one go. But I haven't had the time just yet. I just needed to do the event stuff today, like the picture taking event thing that I just did on my first and second accounts. And I might as well have done it on stream, and so I did. Also, I don't know what's been going on with me. I've been really tired the last couple of I guess the last couple of weeks actually. Yeah, it's been really hard to stream at night for me lately, because like at 12:30 or like 1 o'clock, I get super super sleepy. When I used to only get as sleepy as I am now at like 3, and sometimes 4. The effects don't stack. You get one or the other. Oh, I see. I see. Man, that's okay. That is one more like dynamic to think about when it comes to team building for not cry characters. Then, for some reason, like listening to this explanation of how that buff works, like it's not triggering in my brain like, oh, team restrictions, team restrictions, team restrictions, even though I know it's going to be potentially team restrictive. But for some reason, like it's only triggering in my head this feeling that like, um okay, it's one more like team dynamic to think of when team building for nod cry characters. Right. Well, anyway, sorry for the the short, super short. Keep it that way. Better to approach it. Approach it. That what? That WTA, huh? All right. Anyway, like I said, sorry for the super short stream, guys. Um. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay. I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty beat. So for those of you who need help building your characters, accounts, or making a decision which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message in the YouTube chat. For those of you who need help building... what? For those of you who want my personal opinion, you can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening. And don't forget to claim the Primo Gem code that Stella so graciously shared with us earlier today. Straight from, I guess, Hoyo Lab. 60 Primo Gems, 60 Primo Gem code in the pinned message in YouTube chat. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.